All right, welcome everybody to a brand new edition of Now from Nashville with Tim and Chelsea.
Holiday edition.
It's the Christmas edition, everybody. And what a guest we have for the Christmas edition. Ladies and gentlemen, he has had a phenomenal year, including a brand new Grammy nominee, Walker Hayes, everybody.
What's going on? I need to get some bells
A
or something
huge
or some
year.
lights.
No, you are all the bells. Congratulations. We're so excited that we get to be actually. I know I'm going to try to not move. We're so excited we get to celebrate this year with you, honestly, because this has been, you can probably say, one of the biggest years of your life.
Career-wise,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Grammy nom is just insane. My team, my family, we just laugh out loud together about that. It's just pretty unlikely.
What's awesome is you have to check out the video when Walker found out he was nominated.
Dude, we're nominated for a Grammy. A friggin' Grammy! Guys, are y'all excited?
Are you excited?
We're nominated for a Grammy. Watching.
Which one?
I don't know. Favorite best song in the world.
Country song.
I don't know. Dude.
Best country song.
Best country song.
I was just like, wow.
Dude, you're nominated for a Grammy!
If you ever wanted to know what Walker would look like in a zombie apocalypse, look at this video, because he didn't believe it and the shock set in so bad. Your facial expression didn't change for like 3 minutes. Like,
I know. I was reading liners, and it's funny. I didn't even think twice why everyone was in the office listening to me. I was like, okay, let me get these done, and I read it, and then I started to say it, and I was like, what? And it was a special moment. There were tears. I mean, I had that team that you saw in that video. They invested in me, 6-7 years ago, and they hadn't gotten anything back on their investment. Let's just put it that way. And they're just loyal believers. And then this song came along, and then the ones we've done after it, and it's just crazy. We honestly just look at each other and laugh. We don't understand
like how it's happening or why.
It's crazy.
Like, why all of a
the
sudden.
best part is like at one point you had lost track of what you were actually nominated for, and somebody goes, "What are you nominated for?" And you're like, "Best country song in the world."
Yeah, I know. I think I made something
I'm like, wow,
up.
I didn't know that was a category.
I was
this
like,
year.
I know country song was
Country
in it.
song and the Americas. Yep, that one.
Man, you know when you look 17 years ago, Lainey and I got to Nashville and we would watch it together, and we would seriously we'd look at each other and be like, next year,
right?
And you do that for 7
year.
or 8 years, and then you're like, then
So
you
next
laugh,
year,
you're like,
then
next
I
year,
got
and then
How about a couple of years?
yeah, and then 10 years you say it, but you're crying because you know
You're
it's
like,
not happening.
Maybe next year.
But here, like you take it back. Your sound as a whole, I mean, it's country, but it's different. I mean, there's no other sound like you in Nashville, and I mean, and that for you to really stick with your sound and believe in that with your team, that
even
had
like
to
that
take
when
a
you
while.
released, when you released You Broke Up With Me. It was,
well,
you still were very, very
I get
authentic to you.
tempted. I get tempted to chase. Dude, when times were tough and I just need, we needed money.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's easy to go into the room and say, hey,
What do
what's
you want me to
working?
do?
Oh, Luke
Yeah.
Combs. Well, I can
be
do that
Yeah. Right.
a little bit or whatever. But going back to my team, Shane McAnally, my producer, he just always. He smelled BS when I was trying to chase somebody, and he said, "No, I didn't sign you to do that. I signed you to do you." And I was like, "Well, me ain't making you no money, bro."
Right.
But he was like,
Just
they
give it some
will.
time,
He said one day people are gonna want it, and when they do, he said it's not just gonna be that. Oh, you get a number one. He always said it was gonna be a big.
And you'll stick
pop.
around.
And I'm telling you guys, I didn't even believe it. But here we
Here you
are.
are. And AA is awesome.
It's nuts.
So everyone, Fancy Like was huge, and everybody knows
Yeah.
that. And now AA is what? Like
This is crazy.
Yeah.
We've never had a most added song. It was most added on Monday. 61 ads out of the box. I think before before Christmas radio stuff, it'll be in the 40s, which is insane for me.
That's
usually it
awesome.
takes me and a song, a big story to get that run and
then it just solidifies like Fancy Like wasn't just something that was
Right.
a one-off for you,
Well,
or something that
which
just went
was-
viral. Like, okay, now
Yeah.
it's over. It's not. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Your
and that
ride's
was
like,
a fear of
Yeah.
mine. I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
get it,
honestly, I was like, yo, if we never do it again, we did it, y'all. You
I
know,
mean, because
Yeah.
you never know. I mean, nobody in Nashville,
Right.
artists or record labels, they can't
They always
predict
say
what's ever gonna pick up,
Yeah.
what's
Right.
gonna take off. I mean, and there's no way you could have possibly dreamed that Fancy
Dude,
Like was gonna be
no
that
way.
huge.
Yeah.
Did you have
No
different
way.
versions of it, like in case Applebee's didn't pick up on it, like
Chili's.
no,
yeah, like,
no,
because we're Fancy Like
Quincy.
Chili's or TGI
Party.
Fridays.
It's
You know,
tough, it's tough to do
Hey,
TGI
Golden
Fridays in
Corral,
there.
are you listening?
Anybody? No, you know what's it seems silly that we didn't. I guess I just wasn't a big enough artist to even entertain an endorsement
who should I
deal.
be
Yeah,
thinking of?
I wasn't like, hey, this restaurant is gonna
We'll
call.
totally love it. Yeah.
And then the world was kind of rooting for the Applebee's thing. So when it happened, it was awesome. I'm surprised. Like one of my favorite lines in the song that is so me is the dip, the fries, and the frosting.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
fries and
Wendy's.
And I will
And
say this.
right.
I was hoping for my own frosty machine. I was like, dude, I don't care if we paid the bills or what, but if I get my own
Hey, Applebee's, how's about a little
frosty
something?
machine.
Wendy's,
Yeah.
yes.
They never hit me up, but I still.
But that's my favorite line. Fries and the Frosty. I'm like, yes.
Do you do that?
Hell
I love
yes.
that.
I
yeah.
That's my
I mean,
favorite line, too.
I still got to get a Bourbon Street steak. I mean that.
You haven't yet?
Don't worry about that.
Every
Do the
time the
fries and
song comes
frosty.
in, I'm like, I gotta get one of those, man.
It's
I gotta
so
get
He
one.
does
good.
say that every morning at like 6 a.m. and I'm like, all right, let's
Yeah,
relax.
Bourbon Street steak
let's
at 6
Let's
a.m.?
relax for a
That's-
second.
Gross.
But you know what?
Jesus
Kudos to
Christ.
you as an artist, like and your team for not only believing in you for so long, but I mean, you stuck
The
to your
commitment,
guns.
yeah.
And your team actually said, no, we believe in you, and you're gonna have your sound. That's fantastic, and you don't
Well,
find that ever.
Man, I'm telling you honestly, some of it is just ignorance and just I just love
loving
what I
you
do,
do.
you know.
Yeah.
And
your
I
family's
did.
super supportive.
They
and
are.
That it takes. I mean, you have a household full.
Yeah.
You know, your wife, 17 years, 7 kids, and I mean, for them to always be supportive and be there for you. I mean, that makes it a
It's
lot
amazing.
easier to
It does.
to chase it.
It does. Lainey and I, we learned one of the greatest lessons right after we moved to Nashville. I had an awesome job, and I was a booking agent for Premier Speakers Bureau, and they booked motivational speakers. And y'all, it was money. It was like checks I didn't know you could make in your 20s. You know, I was like, well, honestly, Lainey and I were in this one room
Yeah.
apartment. It was $700 a month, internet included.
Sweet.
I know, and we
Living
were
the
like,
high life.
I mean, my base salary was massive, and then it was commissions. And for a year, I was seriously like, what do you do with money when you get old? Like, where do you stick it? Like, how many piggy banks do you need? But I was miserable. And I was
Yeah.
working that job, and so I actually lost that job, and then got a publishing deal, and it was like $300 a month to start. And Lainey was like, "You're the happiest I've ever seen you."
But that's
you know?
awesome,
Right.
man.
But
And
you
that was a
loved
good
it, but that's the
lesson for us
difference.
to
Yeah,
learn.
and
You
that's the
know, is that it
difference.
wasn't about
Do you
money.
want 20 years of this, or do
Right.
you want 20
Right.
years of this?
Right.
Yeah, because
And
you age faster when you're doing something you absolutely
You do.
hate.
I
and you have to
felt
go there.
myself getting old, you know, just sitting there behind the desk, you know, booking. And it was, I mean, some of the game was fun, but I was still wanting to
You're like, it's
write
just-
more.
yeah.
And I was always like, what I come here to do? Sit at
Right.
this desk
Right.
or write songs, you know? So, and then it got into man, that would not make a lot of sense, you know, to quit this job. To like my in-laws and my parents, they're like, what?
What are
You're
you
going to
doing?
leave
Yeah.
a great job and all that security for 300 bones a month, you know? And we did it anyway. But man, there was a good lesson. Like I said, I mean, we learned at a young age that money didn't make us happy, and it was actually miserable, man.
But there's not a lot of people
Yeah.
that have the guts to keep going on
Yeah.
that path and realizing that what they're doing they hate, and they want to pursue what they really, really love
Right,
to do.
man. Sometimes security, you know, gets you. But man, like you said, thanks to my wife, she never batted an eye. I mean, there were some times where she really hurt. You know, she felt the rejection as strongly as I did.
Well,
you
yeah,
know, when I would
you know,
get
as a
dropped.
wife, you're so protective,
Yeah.
you know, of your husband.
Yeah,
and
she
you
would go
see-
in mom
You
mode,
see
you
what
know.
she wants everybody else
Yeah.
to see. We are mama bear mode.
She was,
you know?
she was,
Yeah.
and I'm grateful for that. And my kids even, they'd be like, "What? They didn't like that song, man? They're crazy," you know. And,
And they go pick at somebody like there's 7 kids. I'm like, hey!
yeah, but man, my support system is amazing. But again, I can't. Back to the whole. We just don't even get it, you know. I mean, I still am like, for real.
Like,
y'all
is
like
this
that? I
happening
mean,
right now?
we
Yeah.
heard Fancy Like on the way here.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, man, I mean, it's good, but is it like, is it that good? You know, I mean,
it's that good.
Pretty much,
It's
dare I
that
say,
good.
national praise. So
It's pretty
yeah,
good.
you're ranking right up there.
I will personally tell you that I have like my phone sitting next to me while we're on the show, and every time Fancy Like comes on, I have friends text me. They're like, "I love this song." I'm like, "I know you
That's
do.
awesome.
I know you do."
I love it.
Yes.
Well,
We'll play it.
congratulations.
We'll play it.
Thank you.
The starting
Always, they
gun
love
just
it.
went off to unbelievable things. I mean, dude, you deserve everything that you have waited for.
Yeah,
It's,
and
it's
worked for.
amazing
And
to talk
worked
with
for.
you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
What a successful year and a Grammy nomination on top
Let's
of that.
go. That's
Now,
crazy.
before we let you go,
Yeah.
we do this with every artist.
Okay.
So here it is, the holiday edition of 3 things you need to know about Walker Hayes.
Oh, crap.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Okay.
All right, it's
okay.
holiday, so this
it's
is
holiday.
easy.
We'll do a holiday edition. Okay. Pretty simple.
Okay,
Favorite
okay.
holiday film or movie?
You can only choose
I mean,
one.
I feel like I'm so cliche with this, but Christmas Vacation.
Not
is
cliche
it.
at all.
Yes.
Not
I
cliche.
don't care.
Welcome.
Absolutely.
It's the best.
Yeah.
I'd say Elf is a close second for me.
Yeah.
Nothing
but
nothing beats that no good four
No.
flushing.
Come on,
I can't
man.
say it because
Where's the Tylenol?
Yeah, that is just such a good movie.
It's
I
classic.
can't not watch
It's
it
great
when it's on
when it's
TV.
on.
Yeah.
So you are all about family, and we just got to know, what's the best Christmas gift that you've ever received as a kid, adult, or like something that your kids got or something like that?
Oh,
What is that one gift that just sticks out forever for you?
Man, that's such a tough one.
We'll be back with more of
Yeah,
minutes.
Walker Hayes'
hold on, I have
answer.
to think about. No, I have this sentimental gift. Like, this is y'all be like, this is stupid, but y'all remember Teddy Ruxpin's?
Hell yes.
Oh my God!
I had a
yes.
Teddy
Oh,
Ruxpin's.
thank God!
I had a
Because
Teddy
I
Ruxpin.
was like,
I think I had the girl
I was
version
like,
too,
I'm gonna
both.
say this toy,
Yeah.
and everybody's gonna look at me cross-eyed.
I'm like, I had a Teddy
But
Ruxpin.
look, I was like 5. I'll never forget. It was a tough year for me. We moved in a new house, and it was an old house, and it was scary. I was afraid to
Yeah.
like stay there alone. And the youngest brother to me, he was in the house too, and we slept in the same room. But man, I just wanted this Teddy Ruxpin, and we were not like a house where like you made orders for Christmas and
Right,
got.
right,
Usually
right.
Got what you got.
Yeah, it wasn't ever something. I don't want to say stupid, but just like that had no function whatsoever. It was literally like
Yeah.
a friend,
Right.
with
Right.
with a tape
Right.
in his back.
But it had a voice.
It did, man, and his
Right.
mouth moved and
Love
everything.
You and Teddy had some conversations, man.
Yeah, so
I
I
just wanted
woke
a
up.
buddy.
I woke up, man, and Teddy was there, and he had the Santa suit and everything, and I played with Teddy all day, and I broke his mouth, and I felt so bad, and I was like, man, I've been asking for Teddy forever, and my mom finally caved and
Right.
bought this stupid gift, and she probably stood in line at Sears.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
because that
like,
was
waited
the
for
gift
it.
of
It
that
was.
year. Yeah.
It was the best.
And so I broke it the day of, and so and I felt I didn't want to tell
didn't wanna
anybody.
tell her. You didn't wanna tell
I
her.
was embarrassed, and I told my brother Brian. I was like, "Man, Mom and Dad are gonna beat the crap out of me. I broke his mouth, and look." And I played the tape, and it was like, looked like I was drunk, and
Broken jaw.
I said, I told Brian, and anyway, Brian took it back. Didn't tell my parents, so I didn't get in trouble.
Aw.
And he returned it and got me, like, just got a new one. Went and said this one's broken, which is unheard of.
This
that
one came
close.
broken.
Yeah, kind of like
yeah,
that.
Right.
And so we still have that. That Teddy Ruxpin comes out in my house. It doesn't work. I probably
it's still
broke that
there.
one too. But I don't know. Just it sounds silly, but like I see that, and it just reminds me of being
Of
a
your
kid.
childhood,
me
being a
and
kid.
my bro,
the
being
little
a kid.
the simple things,
Yeah.
right?
Look at
That you remember.
everything that bear did. I mean, and
Yeah.
you still remember, like right
I
on
know
top of your head.
it's
Yeah,
crazy,
it's
and
crazy.
I could remember the smell of our house, and just my parents being
And your
young,
memories,
and
yeah.
my bro, and us, and so yeah, so the Teddy Ruxpin, man, that's like, but it's weird. I don't really know any other gifts. Like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
crazy. None
That's
of them really
that's
stick
the one
with
that
me.
you'll
Right?
always remember.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's awesome.
I like that story so much. I don't really want to ask a third question,
Oh,
but I'll
come on.
do it. Dang it. I don't know why. I'm like, I love that story. Okay, last question. You get to take the whole family, not just for Christmas. I mean, like, you guys get to get away, go on a trip together, your whole family. Where are you guys heading to?
So this sounds real exotic. I think it does, but our favorite place. So 2 years ago, my wife for my birthday took me to the Dominican Republic.
Oh, DR.
And I'm not a real like beach, just sit me still
Right.
next
Yeah.
to water guy. But boy, I became one there because it's all inclusive.
Right.
And
so that means the rum drinks were coming.
It's crazy. So we did it. Then over COVID, we found some COVID rates. You know, they didn't have any guests, so they were like,
Yeah.
come for $5 for 30 days.
We'll pay
So-
for you to come.
Yeah, so we did that.
Let us post you on social media.
Dude,
like,
my
there's people here.
Exactly. Listen, and you know, my family, they're like, your family's huge.
Yeah,
It
you
was
got 20 people? Cool.
So we went, and my kids fell in love with it, and so
Aw.
that's actually we're actually going from the first.
So now it's
to
becoming
the
like
15th.
your new
That's our
tradition.
place.
That's awesome.
And it's not. It's the only thing really fancy about it is it's all inclusive. It's not
That'd be
like.
great. I mean, you're sitting
Yeah.
there on the beach. You got your rum drink. Teddy's sitting right next to you.
The Rubskit comes along, bro. We buy him a plane
Bring him
ticket
too. Bring him too.
I got that buddy pass.
He doesn't go overhead. He has his own seat.
We'll
It's
give him
not-
a pool pass.
It's not
It's
for my
fine.
tour manager. It's for
That's
my Teddy,
awesome,
bro.
though. But that wouldn't have happened had COVID not happened, and
It
you guys
had-
found that little gem,
it
and now
was.
it's become something for you guys.
It
So that's
was,
really
and
cool.
Laney, my wife, really created it. Like, honestly, I'm not a big trip guy. People,
Yeah.
I'm pretty lame when I
Right.
get home because work.
Being so
revolves
you
out,
do, man,
everything's
right.
a trip. Totally.
When I get
Yeah.
home, the kids are like, "Let's go out of the house," and I'm like, "Lock
Let's
the
sit
door.
in the house.
We're not going anywhere.
We are not talking to anyone.
Yes.
We are ordering all the pizza.
Exactly.
Why is Dad
Yeah.
pulling the shades? It's noon.
Yeah, some kid knocks.
You just
we
want
all
to
hide.
grill and like hang out on your back porch, right?
Exactly.
Totally.
I am. Oh, shut the dog's
Yeah.
mouth.
Dude, congratulations
it.
on
Thank you.
absolutely
Oh,
everything,
congrats.
man.
So happy
so
for you.
well deserved,
I
man.
appreciate it.
And
Thank y'all.
Merry
So happy
Christmas
for
to
you.
you guys from all of us.
Come on, man. Thank
it's
you.
fantastic.
Back at you.
Walker's got a very special performance out there for you guys. Thank you very much for watching all of the Now from Nashville's with Tim and Chelsea. You guys have a Merry Christmas.
Merry
Enjoy
Christmas.
Walker Hayes. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.